today I want to talk about kind of the state of the U.S. economy. So U.S. job markets. And there's a few things we're going to go over. So we're going to go over some TikToks of people kind of complaining about their job, but stuck at their job. Then we're going to go over in a video piece on why so many Americans are clinging to the jobs. And then the rise of bullshit jobs and why Gen Z, kind of fucking hates the bullshit jobs they're getting. So we're going to have a lot of fun today. I'm super excited.
Into working my 9-to-5 job, and I'm only 2 years into working my 9-to-5 job, and this is awful. So you're telling me I'm having the Sunday scaries every week to dread 5 days of my life, to then be rewarded with a little thrill on Friday, but then be so tired from working that I pass out at like 10 p.m. Live for Saturdays, love them, but really that is only one full day of fun, because Sunday, have a great Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon.
Listen, and I get this. It's a fair sentiment, right? We all deal with this. Well, exactly as someone said, by Bash, welcome to the world of work. Here's the reality. Remember, this as a whole, even compared to when you look back at the 1950s, 40s, 60s, 70s, where you could do a single income household, but even compared to the jobs they were having, we have it in terms of showing up to work, doing our work, going home, easier than ever in all of human history. Because remember, the single household income's 50s, 60s, 70s. You're still like fucking, you're making shit in a factory. You're tired. You're dirty. Now, you gotta put, 2 incomes is needed. Cost of living's gone up. That is a very real thing. But what it takes to do work, it's more mental energy. It is much less in terms of manual labor. So if we're this is what I feel like probably happens, right? Non-evidence, non-scientific based boomerism take about to happen right now. The better and better things get, the easier and easier things get, the more we just get complacent and we're going to complain like this. She's right. I'm tired after a day of work. I enjoy my Saturdays with the girlfriend. We go do stuff. Yippee. Same with Sunday mornings, but the later half of Sunday, you're preparing for work. That is a reality. However, we need to put in perspective that showing up to a job right now is the best it's ever been in the history of humanity in terms of what we're actually doing there. In terms of energy, physical labor. And have you guys seen a tech office? Even though tech is the second highest laid off sector, have you guys seen a tech office? It's a fucking daycare. So, I get it. I get what she's saying, but this is not the time, unfortunately, especially where the job market is now.
Around, and I have the Sunday scaries, and I'm dreading my life for the next 5 days. I went to college for 4 years to be stuck in this cycle.
Stuck in this cycle, by the way, is paying her bills. Here's the fun thing, and this would happen in capitalism, socialism, communism, corporatism, fascism, all the isms and all the fun little thing. You're gonna have to work. At least in this system, because I'm an evil person who believes in the system that has brought more people out of poverty than any other system in the history of humanity. And I'm happy to change systems if we can find one that's proven to be better. But she, in the system, gets to choose what she's doing. She got to choose what to go to college for. She gets to choose. She could actually not work. The reality is we would, in general, support her. If she put 20 hours a month into volunteering or 10 hours a week, something like that, we would give her food stamps. We would. In every way. She'd be fine. So, I don't know. She's choosing to do this, and she doesn't have to work if she doesn't want to. But she's choosing to have ambition and want to get somewhere in her career and wanting to pay the bills that she's choosing to take on and have the consumerism that she's living,
What? No, 2 years is enough. So I'm on TikTok and I'll be promoting products and posting my way out of this god-awful cycle. I cannot...
Well, do you think she did it, everyone? Do you think she did it? This is about a year ago. 43,000 followers. She did not do it. Her last few videos, less than 1,000 subscribers. Hey, maybe she'll make a hate TikTok from this and then she'll get more money. Seems to be the way to do it. It's the way to rage bait your way into making money. She did say... Well, did she say 2 years? Maybe. So let me ask a question, because I'm going to be an annoying cunt devil's advocate, as we always are. Because that's the channel. That's the fun. Is she laughing or crying? I think she's crying. But here's the thing. This was posted a couple months ago. People in her age range right now, especially on the spectrum that she's on, They find being told to do a task they don't want to do as evil and disgusting and bullying. So were they actually mean to her? Because here's the reality. If they were actually mean to her, I want her to save up enough money and apply to other jobs like it's a full-time job so she can get the fuck out of there. You know? Like, I legitimately would want her to. 100%. 100%. So it's hard. But it's hard to believe people in around her age range who everything is an attack against them and they're a victim and everything. Like, oh my gosh. That she was actually being mean to. I mean, I take her word, believe she was, but it is a little hard knowing people around her.
I should have been selling whole! I should have been selling whole on the internet!
You still could. You're not unattractive. I will not review it this time because that got me in trouble from interesting people. But, oh, it looks like she's on her way. No, she's not attractive enough for that. Is she? No, people would pay. People would pay. But here's the thing. I don't want you to sell whole. I don't want you to sell whole. I'm not going to find the OF. I am not going to find it. I am done looking for people's OF. She's just trying to get people to go to her Twitch. But she hates her job, and this isn't this is not where we should be, right? Because this is actually, I feel really bad for women today, young women, where, you know, she's in an attractive age range, right? Where she's like, you know, it's the economical range where people make spicy content. I don't like the idea of, because you're a young woman who's slightly attractive, that you immediately feel like you need to start selling whole online. Because I don't want you to feel like you need to. I want people, if they want to sell whole, sell fucking whole. Everyone likes to look at a nice little... Hold on. Everyone enjoys a little hole. But I don't like the idea of people feeling like they need to and getting into a situation they don't want to. If someone wants to do it, do it. Just make sure you're being safe, because people get really parasocial and people have been very dangerous to creators in that industry. But I don't like the idea that because she hates her job, she thinks it would be better for her to go be an online prostitute. I don't like that. That's not where we should be as a culture, right?
I should have been selling whole! I'm working! I'm getting denied raises! And then when I
She's getting denied raises.
get my raise, it's only 25 cents!
25 cents. I wonder what percentage that is for the job she has. That's not great. That doesn't make any of us feel good.
I should have been selling...
Caleb posted OF content on his Instagram today of Brandon. That's true. I rubbed Brandon's nipple before we ate some chicken on Fat and Fatter. I honestly can't decide which one was yummier.
I don't know if this is toxic, but when I was in a job that I hated the people that I worked with, don't get me wrong, there were people that I liked, but overall the culture made me want to fucking puke everywhere. Something that I did to help myself get through that time in my life was literally every single day I would just repeat to myself this mantra: this is not permanent. This is not permanent.
Yeah, it's not permanent. No job is permanent. You have the ability to up your skills, up your resume, get certifications, and apply to other jobs like it's a full-time job. And the safest thing to do is, especially if you know you're on the way out and you don't want to be there, save up even more than a 6-month emergency fund, because that can make it even better if you feel like you need to quit. You know, if you need to quit. Why are you spamming morals are subjective? I mean, I agree that it is an objective thing, but...
Permanent. This is not permanent.
It's
and
not
I didn't know
permanent.
where I
Yeah.
was going. I didn't know what my next job would be. I didn't know how I would even get another job, but I would just remind myself, this is not permanent. I would reframe my mindset of being like, oh my God, I hate working with these people, to I feel bad for these people because they're going to be working here for a really long time.
That's very judgy and weird. What if they enjoy their job? Like, that's not fair. Just because you don't like your job doesn't mean that other people aren't allowed to.
I mean, I won't be. So I'm wishing them well. I'm wishing them the best. I feel like changing the mindset of where you're working if you're miserable and kind of like feeling bad for everyone who works there versus
Another one with a horrible voice. Yeah, that seems to be a trend. As long as she doesn't want to sell whole, that would be good. In fact, should we see what this person's Twitch looks like? Because if this was the previous person, if she's trying to make it out beyond this, no, I don't think so. I don't think so, unfortunately. Rip. That's okay.
Currently, I'm at a
I'm not commenting. I'm not commenting this time. I'm not commenting this time. It got me in trouble last time, but we're not commenting on this goon talk. We're not doing it. Especially since actually, now that she just looks at the camera, she looks actually very young. So never mind. Never mind. We're not feeling it. Not feeling it anymore.
I hate my job. I hate my job. I hate my job. I hate my boss. I hate my boss.
What the fuck was that? What is she doing? What the fuck is she doing?
I hate my boss. I just want to take him.
Was she gonna fucking sit on us? Girl, it ain't that kind of content. Yeah, what the fuck is going on here? I guess if you get angry enough, you go, rah, rah.
I just want to grab him. I just want to grab him. And I want to...
Oh, hey. Okay. Well, okay. My DoorDash driver was delivering my food. Listen, if you hate your job, you probably shouldn't be getting DoorDash. You should probably be saving up for the chance to quit if you need to. This is Brandon's future girlfriend. Brandon! Hey, can you get Brandon? All right, I got you, chat. You know him. You love him. He's the translator. He is the fat and fatter. There's Brandon. Hey, Brandon, chat is saying that this is your future girlfriend.
I hate my job. I hate my job.
And now she's saying, I hate my job. I hate my job. I hate my job.
But I like my job. I like my boss.
I hate my job. I hate my job.
This is your future girlfriend.
I hate my boss. I hate my boss. I hate my boss. I just want to take him. I just want to grab him. I just want to grab him. And I want to...
Honestly?
Oh, full review? Please. Future girlfriend.
Listen. If she's over 21, I can be convinced. Other than that...
So she's screaming she hates her job, and
Okay.
she's stomping on the ground saying she wants to squeeze them or something.
I can save her.
He can save her. Okay. You know him, you love him. There he goes.
Bye, Chad.
Brandon. He's gone. I guess he likes being stomped on. She's 23. So for the person that just said in chat, she looks young. This is actually creepy. You're fucking TikTok brained. How about you actually like look at them and stop being fucking insane out of the gate? Like, what are you? Like, I'm still shocked every time I have those type of people in the audience at this point, because I thought we got rid of them all. I thought we got rid of the weirdos that just freak out about everything before they know anything.
G took all their music off TikTok. So what?
She plays sax.
What do you want? Ariana Grande?
Maybe that's her future career.
Wow, this is
How hard is it to put the appropriate amount of people on the schedule? We have like 20 fucking workers.
Whoa! She said the work word. Whew. Oh, Brandon's in chat. There he is. Poo emojis for Brandon.
Why are there only 2 people working? Oh, guys, I'm gonna drive away. How?
I really, really, really do not like my job. That's putting it mildly. They do not give 2 shits about me or any other employee in the office.
Yeah, and sometimes some jobs feel like this, and it really does suck. Yeah, I mean, exactly. This is just sometimes work. Sometimes you're just going to get shitty bosses. Sometimes you're going to get shitty companies, and that's fine. You just got to look at what's the next step, or we're just going to sit and sulk, you know?
We're in sales. We're driving up and down the state all fucking...
Well, you're in sales. You're in fucking mobile driving sales. No shit, you're not going to like it. That doesn't sound the most fun. Like, let's go get a sales job where you can sit in an office. Even better yet, at home. It sounds like your fault to a certain extent. Like, accept what you can get, right?
Day, serving no purpose, having no fun, nobody enjoying themselves, everybody venting, calling each other, saying they fucking hate it. Oh my God, what is the point? We are serving no...
The point is actually to make money to pay bills and then go get a job that's better. This is not the easy time. This is not the easy time to go get a job. But if you are good and you're actually valuable in the marketplace, especially when it comes to sales, if you have numbers and metrics that you can show that you are a killer sales guy, you can fucking make it and make a killing, man.
Purpose. Why are we running around, the constant running around and doing and nothing actually gets accomplished? It is fucking pointless.
I really, really do not like my job. Please help. Bad day. Okay. That sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
Please, for the love of God, tell me the point.
Welcome. Let's get another good.
I hate my job. I'm an engineer.
Wait,
my
what's
job.
this?
I'm an engineer. I don't want to do it anymore, but I did my master's
Oh, Gary V. I know his name. I've never seen him personally.
bachelor's. Like, I've got my PE.
The waste is not that you wasted your time on school and don't do it. The waste is if you keep doing it when you know it's wrong, even though you did your time in school. You know that, right? Everybody thinks, oh shit, I got my master's. I spent all this time. I spent all this money. But every day.
My parents are immigrants, so I felt like I had,
You know my content. I talk about it every fucking day. I know what you thought you had to do.
I know.
But you know what you hate it.
I do.
It will only get worse.
Gary V's a douche. Is he? I honestly don't know him. I've heard his name, but I really don't know much about him. What's your stance on checking the market every few years for higher pay? Yeah, absolutely. Always check where the market is for your pay, 100%. Typically in a more normal job market, like a year ago or so, or especially in a crazy workers market where you have the most leverage you could ever have, which is what we had a few years ago, like 2021, 2022. Yeah, the best way is to leave your job and get another job, and that's how you get higher pay than working internally forever if you don't feel like you're being valued internally. But right now is a hard job market, and it's unfortunately not the time where that's as valid as it was before.
Hey Valerie, thanks for holding.
Listen to me.
I hate my job and I want to quit. Am I still going to clock in and punch in and do what I have to do to get my bills paid? Yes. Am I going to complain the entire 8 hours? Yes. I hate my job and I want to quit.
Well, you can quit. Oh my fuck. Okay, no one. I have a hard time respecting people that immediately. No, a septum piercing's a septum piercing. Okay, they're going to be a little bit freaky. That's fine. They, a little on the spectrum of, fucking words that would get me banned on TikTok right now. But this is a super septum piercing. This is a hyper septum piercing. This thing will literally kill a man. Doing a financial audit with iDubbbz? I don't think he's doing that well money-wise right now. I'd be down. He's very drama focused right now. Well, I guess he always has been, but it's not looking real good. But I would be curious to see his numbers. I know they tried to sell their house, and it didn't work.
I just want to let the people know that when you start working, you give up your freedom. Yeah.
I'm gooning a little, not gonna lie. It's a little bit of goon.
Just let that sink in, because I just realized that this fucking morning and had a mental breakdown. Oh, but guess what? Actually, doesn't matter what the fuck happens. It doesn't matter if you got no sleep. It doesn't matter if your fucking dog died. It doesn't matter if your mom got cancer. Bitch, you still have to go to work every single fucking day. And if you don't want to go to work,
you can, many jobs will let you call out. I mean, so when I worked at Jimmy John's, I worked in food service for a long time. And when that happened, if I was sick and wanted to call out, as long as I showed actual effort on trying to get my shift covered, people that they would allow me to go off. But it depends on the job, depends on the boss. Again, if you have a shit boss, you have a shit boss, and that does suck.
you can't just not show up. You can't, I actually have to ask my boss basically, okay, how? What is this shit?
Well, yeah. Wait, guys, is it weird to ask your boss if you can have a day off? Whoa! Crazy! That's fucking, our whole world has changed. Our whole world and structure of workforces have changed. We now have to ask our bosses for the day off, or if we can take vacations at a certain time. They have to approve it. Whoa! I could fix her. It's true. It is true.
Oh my god. I'm actually about to lose my fucking grip on sanity because I just realized this shit. I literally have no control whatsoever over my life at this point.
Why?
And if I do want to have control,
Why? Well, you have to ask off. You have to ask for time off. I'm sorry.
I have to quit. I have to quit my job.
Why does everyone act like it's normal to have to ask for your boss for time off? Dude, listen, I think most bosses should just let you have the time off, but you at least have to ask and request the date specifically so they can make sure it's not going to burn the company to the ground that you signed a contract to work for, to get paid for. Because oftentimes that work is also paid time off, depending on what kind of job you are. I don't know if the job she has is in that.
If I want to take more than a week off unannounced, and go on a vacation, because God forbid I enjoy my life as a 21-year-old sexy hot ass bitch.
Yeah, I'd say cute. We could say cute. Let's stop it at cute.
God forbid I want to do something else than sit at a fucking desk and no. So
you don't have to. You really don't have to. That's actually the wonderful thing. You don't have to. You might not be able to afford the things you want to do, and you might have to live with your family, but you don't have to. This is your choice, and that's the fun fact of this. Because no matter the system we were in, again, I will say this, socialism, communism, fascism, capitalism, all the isms, she would be required to show up to work. At least right now she can choose whether or not she wants to. She just won't be able to keep a roof over her head. But that's her choice.
As I'm about to walk into work, I will flush these thoughts out into this video and let y'all know what the tea is. Because that's the tea. And I feel...
Oh, I love the tea. Give me the tea. I'm fucking hungry for the tea. I'll fucking gluck on some tea. Let's go.
Like, somebody should have told me this before I started working. Like, I graduated on a fucking Sunday, started working on Monday type shit. Nobody let me know, and now I'm doing this until I'm dead. So,
Great. I wish I had someone like you, Caleb, to explain this kind to me when I was in my 20s. Dude, me too. I wish I had someone like me to yell at me when I was 21, dumbass, fucking doing dumbass shit. Oh, fuck. Every once in a while, ladies and gentlemen, in these live streams, every once in a while.
Despite my beautiful appearance.
Well, at least she knows. Very attractive. Oh, she has a cute dog. This is the most attractive thing she's done the entire time. I love those. Those are my girlfriend's favorite kind of dogs too. And now I kind of really want one, but we already have 2 dogs, so it's not gonna happen. But I'm balling on you niggas. Okay, stop. We're going too hard. Okay, so let's go into why so many Americans are absolutely just feeling stuck at their jobs. Just stuck at their jobs right now.
The U.S. economy has lost 1.2 million jobs since April 2024, and Americans are feeling the economic downturn. The quits rate, a measure of how often workers voluntarily leave their jobs, is now down to about 2% after.
Yeah, this is the worst it's been since 2016. And 2016 times, I bet if we go in hindsight, we're like, oh, it felt a little better economically. But still, oftentimes in 2016, especially like 2012 more than anything, Great Recession was still in the back of our mind a little bit, right? It's kind of gone now. We've kind of forgotten it. We don't feel it in our everyday lives and the decisions we're making. So I'm not surprised. Wait, what is this graph? This is the quits level, non-farm payroll. People leaving, people willing to leave. So it was 3. I don't know how, what exactly the actual, from 2 to 3 is that 3 per 100,000. I don't know, but it's gone down to levels of 2016, which is quite notable.
Fluctuating in the years since the pandemic, and employers are hiring at the slowest pace since 2013.
And that's certainly 2013. That's kind of more so what I was thinking when, the Great Recession was really in the rearview mirror. We're like, oh, fuck. You have a mini weenie dog? Oh, I'm so jealous. So jealous. Caleb, you should look up a dorky. Last time I looked up someone you guys wanted me to, he fucking freaked out. He freaked out. So I don't think I'm going to do that anymore, guys. No, I will. You just have to send it into Discord, and I'll just be safer of trying to figure out who's very sensitive.
Excluding the pandemic dip and rise.
I think people just want to stay with what is known and not take any risks right now.
We use the term job clinging or job hugging to denote that they're staying put rather than moving on. I think for workers...
Guys, seriously, I am so sorry for this. Just give me a second. This gamer subs shit is so fucking good. I'm drinking it right now. 1 scoop is 25 cents instead of getting an energy drink for like $5. It's so good. I thought I was just going to have it in the background for a sponsorship. What is it? gamersubs.gg/Caleb or something like that. I don't know. But I have the good flavor. But I can't stop drinking it now that it's there. It's so fucking good.
That means more stress and less mobility. For companies, it looks like retention, but I think it hides disengagement. And then for the economy,
I just buy pure caffeine pills. Well, for what it's worth, I'm doing the caffeine-free version right now because it's like 4 p.m. here. So, no, this is like the hydration drink version. Their normal caffeine, it's like a bottle of Red Bull. They should sponsor you. They do. It's calebhammer.com. Or, sorry, it's just type in code Caleb.
Slows innovation just because people aren't moving and growing.
4 out of 5 employees surveyed said they're not thriving at work. Another 58% of U.S. professionals surveyed believe they have a wide range of skills that are being underutilized in their current roles.
This all makes for a labor market that doesn't have a lot of...
Need the financial audit flavor? Actually, if you guys do buy enough through my link, they will let me make my own flavor. So if you want it, I already have an idea of what I want it to be. We just got to sell enough.
churn in it.
There's been a lot of anxiety about the direction of both the economy and the labor market. That is part of what's keeping people in jobs, and that could be a contributing factor to this, at least, perception of disengagement that is rising.
Here's why so many Americans feel stuck in their jobs and what it means for the economy.
I mean, it makes sense. You leave right now, good the fuck luck finding another job, especially at the same level in an environment that you like. It fucking sucks, man. This is not the time.
Almost 1 in 5 job seekers surveyed said they're not confident.
Timmy said Biden crashed the economy 2 years ago. That's not being seen in the analytics. I disagree with that. I am going to time you out for the spam. Listen, I mean, so this is where things just don't start working, where it's like there's graphs, right? Let's pretend this is Republicans, this is Democrats' views on the economy, okay? This is Republicans on the right. Is this on the right for you guys? Yeah. This is on the right. So this is Republicans, this is Democrats. When a Democrat is in charge, their positive view being up here on economy is like this. Republicans think it's shit, Democrats think it's great. And the moment the alternative party gets into elected office, it literally does this. Every single chart and study has been done like this. It just goes boosh, 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 boosh. Yeah, and nothing changes like that. That's not how it works. In general, we've had a steady decline in new jobs gained month over month since 2022 to now. So I'm not blaming it on Biden or Trump. I'm really not. That's not what the analytics are saying. No matter what people want, like right now, like I'm sure with the job numbers right now, people on the left will want to, rage on the current administration because it's better for their political power. And if Kamala Harris was in office right now, people on the right would be going crazy about the job numbers right now for their own political power. That's just what happens. But overall, we've been on the same trajectory. We had an overheated job market. Interest rates started rising with the Fed, which cooled down the economy. It was expensive to borrow money. When money's expensive, people invest less in their businesses. They take less risks. They hire less people. And remember, we also had a massive over-hiring spree in tech in 2021, 2022. And now we're having the second highest laid-off sector being tech this year so far, and the federal government being the highest laid-off sector. So I'm not blaming any of the politicians for it, specifically with where we're at. To me, when I get into the analytics and I look more from stepping back over years and not just month to month, it seems like we're in a natural trend. And what really sucks where we are in this natural trend is a really shitty job market for workers. And that fucking sucks. And I know we want to get all angry and blame either the previous administration a year ago or the current administration now, because we'd rather be angry. The thing is, it'll probably be like this for a couple years, and then we'll go back to a more normal job market, right? Unless AI throws a wrench in it that we just don't see coming. But AI is a hill that no matter what any expert predicts is going to happen, we don't know what the fuck is going to happen. We don't know what's on the other side of that hill. So that's my take. So you can put political things in chat if you want. We'll see. Not blaming Trump for the Fed layoffs. Well, the Fed layoffs is something different than the private sector non-farm payroll numbers, right? So that's a disconnected number. Hi, listen here, Financial Audit. I've curated the exact resources and tools I personally use or would use if I was in certain situations. So take advantage of these offers in the resources section in the description below. The first one, I've moved my investments to Webull. Do the same and transfer to my investing app of choice, and you get cash bonuses of $200 all the way up to $30,000 depending on initial funding amount, and up to 8.1% APY on your money, and up to 3.5 matches for your IRA. And then number 2, a great new checking account that I've switched over from SoFi, and it's called Chime. Get that $550 bonus when you sign up with direct deposit and get almost 4% on your money just sitting there. And then 3, Automate your investing with Acorns. Usually sign-up incentives are only $5, but you get $20 with my link. Number 4, you can increase your income and boost your resume with a course career certification. 5, if T-Mobile is good in your area, switch to Helium and get a literal $0 a month phone plan for the same exact service. But most importantly, go get your free Hammer financial score and see where you stand in the world of finances. Take the assessment at calebhammer.com. You will not regret any of these. Change your life today.
And that they will find a great job that they like.
We're in a situation where that economic uncertainty is manifesting itself in fewer people quitting as well as fewer organizations hiring. There's kind of
they call this job hugging, where people are just like desperately clinging to their job.
Less movement in the market right now.
I think wage growth has cooled. Job switching premiums have shrunk, and a lot of workers worry that their pay won't keep up with rising costs. So I think they're
Yeah, pay keeping up with rising costs. Technically, year over year, pay has outpaced on median levels than costs have. But the thing is, it's going to literally have to do that at the same percentage without change for a decade, maybe decade or two, in order to keep up for how high inflation was in 22 compared to how high people's pay went up. Like, it was such a staggering gap for a couple years that the smaller gap we have right now with pay increasing a little higher has to exist for a substantial amount of time for it to catch up to the loss that workers faced.
Clinging to stability in a time of...
That's why inflation's so dangerous. That's why the Fed in general would prefer to fight inflation than fight a bad job market. Right now, they're seeing more risks on the job market side versus inflation, but they're still seeing a little bit of inflation risk, so they're being hesitant about massive rate cuts. But I think if it was equal risk of job losses versus, or equal risk of unemployment going higher and equal risk of inflation going higher, I think the Fed would fight inflation more than anything, because that affects everyone. It affects the whole fucking thing.
Certainty.
A lot of this does have to do with sentiment, because companies are unsure about what's going to happen in the future. They see economic policies like tariffs. They're not quite sure how that's going to impact their bottom line. So they're nervous to hire people.
That is another thing. For what it's worth, I mean, that is a good point. Tariffs, it's been hard to pinpoint in the data like specific effects across the board. You'll see some micro impacts in certain sectors, but even things, like people brought up in a chat recently, like, well, coffee's being dramatically impacted by tariffs. But then we looked into it, and like the vast majority of the price impacts on coffee right now has been weather-related issues in Brazil this year. So, it's hard. Now, I kind of agree with Jerome Powell on this one specifically. The effects of tariff is going to be filtered through the economy a little slower than we thought, and we won't know the end results and how to react to it for a little bit of time. And if we see that it's bad in the end, I'll be against it, because data is all that matters in the end. I don't give a fuck about how I feel. And if it shows that it's good, I'll support it. It's as easy as that. But I think the fear of the unknown of what it's going to look like is making companies a little more afraid to invest right now in infrastructure and in new jobs. And that is hurting the labor market. And that, I think, is relatively fair to say.
And they're not sure if they're going to have to turn around and then let people go in the near future.
While layoffs have been steady since the pandemic, many companies are choosing alternatives, such as hiring freezes or letting attrition thin their workforce.
What we did, though, is a bit different.
That's what it is. Make people want to leave so they leave, so you don't have to give them severance. I mean, it's shitty as fuck, but that's what they're doing.
We don't do layoffs. We just don't hire. And because you have a natural attrition of 20% in a company like ours, it means that every year 20%.
Glad you're growing, Caleb. Thank you. I do believe my tits have gotten slightly larger these last 2 weeks, unfortunately. Need to get back on that grind.
Leaves, and if you don't recruit, you just shrink, right? But what we've done is we promise all our employees some of those savings we are going to accelerate their compensation with. So they have seen an increased acceleration in their compation due to all of the...
That's why they did return to office. Exactly. It's no longer quiet quitting like we saw in 21, 22. It's quiet firing now. Oh, and someone just said it in chat, Amanda. Exactly.
Yeah, that we don't.
The organizations are a little bit...
I know what you meant, Dream Queen. I'm fucking with you.
Flatter now. So I think there's a kind of middle management layer that's going away. And so employees stay put, but they're a little bit disconnected from senior leadership sometimes. So they feel a little more directionless. I think that creates stress.
Yeah, honestly, and senior leadership probably feels like they need to cater less to these people at the bottom of the food ladder now because they're not afraid of them just leaving. You know, they don't have the power. They don't have that negotiating power and impact power that they once had.
Staying put may feel like the safer option, but it can come with risks for both workers and employers.
If you cling to your job and you get a little bit too complacent, that's not good either, because then your employer can look at you as sort of low-hanging fruit for layoffs in the event that they eventually need to do that.
It makes sense. Yeah, I mean, you have to perform, right? At least put on a performance that you're doing okay and you like it. Thanks, Dennis, for the membership.
Coaches recommend that you focus on career growth. Even if you're not able to find a new job, you focus on opportunities to improve your skills, do things within your organization to boost your career growth and your opportunities in the event that a new job comes along later.
Severance isn't guaranteed. That is true. That is true. It is true. I mean, oftentimes companies do it in a way for you to sign a contract to not take a legal action. So sign severance. We don't do it for that because we already have them sign the exact same agreement that they would sign come being laid off for their job agreement. Most media companies do, by the way. It's not like some crazy aggressive thing because media is just tight knit. You don't want to, people can just be really crazy once they leave a company. So we just give severance because you want to make sure people aren't fucked. That's just, if morals are subjective, my morals are, we give larger severance that most people have been here less than a year. And if I had to fire someone today, I would give them at minimum a month of severance, where I think the industry standard would be about a week, which is insane to me. At like a minimum a month, I'd probably give 2. So I don't know. It's just a moral thing. Like why I wouldn't want people that worked, even if they didn't turn out well. I view it as a failure myself to not vet them correctly and not train them up or turn them around to a certain point. So I'd make sure we set them up for success. But you're right. It's not required legally. Some countries it is. Maybe some states, I don't know, but not here. Morals are not subjective? How so? Where you get your morals from is completely different than where someone else gets their morals from. It absolutely is subjective. In what way would you say they're objective? Like who's defining morals? You can't do that. But you'll keep spamming that it's subjective, Lauren. Well done. You really get your point across.
There's some data also that points to wage growth for job hoppers has slowed down quite a bit. Economists still say that job hopping is probably the best way to raise your wages.
A February 2025 study estimated that for a typical 1,000-person company, employee disengagement adds up to about $5 million a year in lost productivity. The average disengaged worker could cost the company $4,000 over the course of a year.
Oh, well, I mean, here's an alternative perspective. I'll talk from the business owner point of view, right? We employ 30, 40 people. I've stopped counting. It's growing very quick, especially on the business end. Just like I give people, we like to give good bonuses. We like to give good, we're very lenient on when people take time and what people do. If people are sick, we send them home. They don't even ask. It's just like, fuck off. Why are you here, you weirdo? And we give them a great severance. At the same time, because the agreement kind of that I have in the back of my head is like, I treat them well, but they need to perform. And if they're disengaged, they're out. Like, fuck you, You're not here to get paid for babysitting. And we've only had to do that a couple times, but yeah.
While an executive could cost $20,000.
If they are less engaged, there's a risk to the overall productivity of that employee. So that's kind of that individual risk. But I think in many ways, the bigger risk is the network effect that will have. Is that if you have someone who is disengaged, not putting forth the same amount of effort, but is putting forth enough just to stay under the radar, that work still needs to get done. And so that...
Actually, you're right. My employees cannot poop on the clock. They actually have to poop in front of me for content. This is a media organization. It's for my future OF. I'm collecting piles.
Ends up falling on teammates and other people across the organization. So it can cause some additional stress, even if people are engaged and people are putting forth their extra effort.
Hello, HR. Our HR person's cool. I was nervous bringing her in. I was like, oh, fuck, here comes mom. But no, she's really cool. Disengaged employee, are they paid a livable wage? That's a good question for these companies, I guess. For what it's worth, though, they didn't have to accept the job, and an employer is not required to employ them. So at a certain point, it is an agreement between two people, right?
Above and beyond to make up for some of the teammates who are disengaged.
Low turnover looks like stability for
HR lady. We talked about this, Caleb. You cannot goon in the office during hours. In fact, it's actually a requirement of this company. When you sign your job acceptance letter, you know that the hours of 3 to 5 p.m. Central Time are a goon time. You are required to goon. It is a requirement to go full goon. And a little racist. Now I have to say I'm kidding after things, by the way, after the like fucking weirdos on TikTok were like, oh no, I'm offended at some words. Oh, he was so mean and he was so serious. Now I have to say, I'm kidding. Because jokes are hard.
For employers, but it can mask what I would describe as quiet quitting. 40% of workers in a recent survey feel directionless with fewer managers in place. Therefore, they maybe spin their wheels. So I think that has impact on productivity. I think it has impact on employee satisfaction. Ultimately, can have impact on...
Sounds like an HR plan Diddy would implement. It's true.
A company's ability to grow, innovate, and that translates into a cautious workforce slows labor mobility. And labor mobility historically has been a sign of productivity and innovation.
Sure, and labor mobility is kind of where we see these massive pay increases as well. It's probably a part of inflation as well, for what it's worth. When does the cookbook ship? I do about, I think, a 500 a week. But I said about 500 a week, so there we go. Zion just responded to you.
A disengaged workforce that's clinging to their job can have implications for the broader economy and labor market. Globally, low employee engagement is estimated to cost $9.6 trillion annually, or around 9% of global GDP.
That's fucking crazy.
Labor mobility historically
That's fucking crazy.
has been a sign of productivity and innovation. With fewer workers chasing new roles, wage growth flattens, and it just kind of reinforces a cycle of caution.
Yeah.
And this can dampen consumer confidence. It can dampen the agility of organizations.
That's where we are right now, and it's fair.
And their ability to innovate and be productive.
Career coaches, economists, they all say that the labor market is very frozen right now. If you have a frozen labor market, there's not a lot of new opportunity being created. That ends up hurting people who would otherwise be finding.
It's because we're going to need to see a change. Once we know the impact of tariffs across the board on a deep analytical level, and once borrowing money for reinvestment is cheaper, people are willing to hire again, and that's where you're going to be able to job hop and negotiate for better pay and whatnot. But right now, negotiating power is all on the employers.
New opportunity in the market.
Where you might start to see those types of dips is if we have a prolonged period where the labor market is challenging, a prolonged period where organizations aren't taking advantage of internal labor market movement to re-engage their employees. That's when you may expect to see a bigger hit to productivity as well.
But no offense, why? Again, I do out of me caring, maybe because we're a small business, but why would like a massive business really care at this point? Like, why would Microsoft care? Like, they don't fucking know. They don't know who's working for them. Like, it makes no sense.
Wow.
This trend of workers staying put has also degraded job seekers' bargaining power, which can lead to flattened wages.
Employers have more power in the labor market. We've had labor standards erode in this country for decades. Things like the minimum wage has been sitting at the same level since 2000.
Yeah, minimum wage, but it's you don't really find people making minimum wage. You'd have to be a really small town in the middle of nowhere.
2009, unionization rates in this country have declined dramatically over the last few decades. So when we think about the levers that workers have, it's pretty limited.
Workers have lost a bit of their bargaining power in the current environment. They, just a couple of years ago, were able to quit their jobs easily and find a much higher paying gig. Now, hiring has slowed down.
It's rebalancing out, but it's gone too far. Last year, 82,000 people in the United States earned exactly the federal minimum wage.
Job openings.
Somehow 760,000 people earned below it, just illegal pay, but it's about 1% of hourly workers earn at or below the federal minimum wage. I'm confused and concerned at the under.
Have come way down. Workers aren't quitting their jobs nearly as readily, and we see that wage
You'd think it's tip stuff, but you still have to pay up to the minimum wage if they don't make enough in tips.
growth has come down too in this environment, so workers can't command raises like they used to.
In the 3 decades following World War II, we actually saw wages and productivity move in tandem. When you think about compensation for typical workers, they moved as productivity
Most likely servers, yeah, but
increase. What we've seen largely for the last 3-4 decades or so is that has diverged. And so as productivity has continued to increase, albeit at a little bit slower pace, I would say overall, workers' wages have not kept up with those kinds of gains.
New graduates and early career workers may struggle to find entry-level jobs in the current market.
Think about recent college graduates, for example. They're not finding that it's as easy to get a new job straight out of college, an entry-level role, especially because these are roles in which there's fear that AI
commission-based, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Full commission
is disrupting those jobs especially. Think about these are entry-level jobs, kind of a stepping stone to more skilled positions down the road. It's also low-hanging fruit for AI to come in and disrupt and take those jobs away from entry.
We haven't seen AI take jobs in a statistical market a way that we can statistically really evaluate yet. For what it's worth, there's been a few attempts, and you'll see some anecdotal examples, but as far as entire industry job taking AI models, it's probably like 5 years away. But again, no one really fucking knows. It's going to be a big guess.
Level workers.
But this could also be an opportunity for innovative companies to pivot.
If you think about the Gen Z workforce or entry-level workforce, they're much more moldable, teachable. You can reorient their skill sets. They're bright, they're sharp. I think they're street smart. They know how to use technology. That gives me a lot of hope. And so I think it isn't all doom and gloom. I think it's leaders need to think about, how do I repurpose the workforce? And then how do I get new entry or newer professionals? How do I retool their skill sets? How do I help them use AI to make better decisions, to be more productive, to do more at an earlier time in their careers? And so I think those who see it as an opportunity, if you can get the right leadership in place, the right lean workforce, leveraging technology and innovation, you can certainly grow and scale faster. And so I think there are a lot of opportunities, no doubt.
A lot of tech outsourcing to other countries. Yeah, maybe. I mean, we saw industry shifts all the time, right? Like the Rust Belt got hit hard in early 2000s, 1990s, shifting manufacturing overseas. And we definitely got like customer service and some stuff going overseas. There's probably some protectionist policies that will be put into law, as countries are becoming more protectionist these days. We'll see that prevent outsourcing, at home jobs, but we'll see. So the number that kind of got us to that 1% making minimum wage or under is the U.S. Census Bureau using a nationally representative sample of about 60,000 eligible households in all 50 states in the District of Columbia in 2024. We'll go back to the TikToks though on this.
Listen to this. It's going to blow your mind.
This is for anybody working a job that they hate. If you love your job, then scroll ahead.
You don't like your job, show up an hour early. Stay an hour late. Human mind works.
I love these. I love these like guru type, like where they just say something that it honestly means like nothing. Like, let's see. What's an example? Fuck, I can't even think. This is like I don't even know what to say.
Amazing ways when you start treating it as if it's something I'm excited to do. Show up an hour early. Be the first one there and the last one to leave. All of a sudden.
Will that make you actually enjoy it? I guess. I mean, you get more discipline and joy in your day when you make your bed and stuff like that. So I guess if you fake and pretend like you enjoy it enough, maybe you end up actually enjoying it enough.
You get the cheers of the crowd. All of a sudden, there's a different emotional. All of a sudden, doing better. All of a sudden, I'm attracting more opportunity. Coincidentally, somebody just left and I got a raise and a promotion.
Well, that's true. You might end up performing better at the job and getting more, you hate food. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you hate tacos? Show up to the taco stand early and order everything on the menu. Eat it enough. Stay past closing, eat it from the dumpster. Do that every week, do that every month, do that every year. You'll end up enjoying tacos.
What a coincidence. You don't like your job.
Life is what happens to you
Yeah, $11 isn't really gonna do very much. Oh, she's just saying she doesn't make enough at her job. That makes sense.
You're busy making other plans.
I should get some sleep.
Yeah, I mean, you're not required to enjoy working. I think the big goal would be finding what you enjoy the most and finding some passion towards it. If you're overall negative in general, then, you're not going to find a lot of joy in a lot of things if you're just negative. If your entire life is negative.
Life is unfair.
Fuck working in
Septum piercing, it's back. And they're always big ones today. They're always big ones.
fucking customer service. Fuck working in customer service.
Customer service fucking sucks, dude. When I was in sales, there was maybe the first 6 months, it was like also customer service, and it really sucked before they separated those teams. Fuck, man. Customer service is like one of the worst jobs, man. That shit blows. Working in food service, I worked in 2 food services, 1 putt-putt place, sales, and then 2 project managements. And the one I hated the most was making shakes and doing dishes at Steak and Shake when I was a teenager. Fucking hated that shit. But I would much rather deliver subs for Jimmy John's, make sub sandwiches, get out in the freezing fucking cold and track through hurricanes and to deliver those sandwiches than being in customer service. Oh my fuck, I hated that. Because we've all been on the other end of customer service. And I had a customer service call today. It was actually fine for what it's worth. But I remember when I hear that little connect call and someone's on the other line, I immediately get grumpy. I hide it. I don't want to be a dick. It's not their fault. But it's like, oh, fuck, you just made me go through this entire type in numbers, give my social, give everything. And then I finally, 5 minutes later, get connected with someone. And then you make me say it all again. What was the point of typing it all in, you fuck? You fucking cunt. But it's not her fault. So it was good. So I think the customer service experience, everyone hates it. You hate it from the customer side. You hate it from the experience side. It just fucking sucks. And I wouldn't wish it on anyone. It sucks. Working at Macy's on Black Friday make me quit retail for good. Yeah. I'm blessed to never have done retail. I did food service. That was the poison I picked for like six years or so. I did that instead of retail, but whew, yeah, I can imagine, especially Black Friday. Yikes.
It's kind of crazy how everyone...
Fuck working in fucking customer service. Fuck working in customer service.
I agree. It sucks.
Fuck.
It's kind of crazy how everyone hates their job. Like, it doesn't matter who I talk to. I ask them what...
I don't. I hate moments. In fact, actually, let's get a poll. Hey, Tyler! Tyler's always so fucking happy. Look at this guy. Here he comes. Here, I have a question for you. Are you okay being on camera? Yeah, come on in. Okay. There will be... People aren't going to believe this because they don't realize how we want candidness here. So people will never believe this. But I want you,
what's up?
With no consequences, promise. And this is being filmed. So if there's consequences for this, they will call me out.
All right, bet.
Rate your enjoyment of the job 0 to 10. 0 being the worst, 10 being you love it. Don't fucking lie. If you lie, that's when I'll be angry. You have to tell the real truth.
Yeah, I'm so serious. Not lying. I've only been here for a week now. Mm-hmm. I'll give it a cool 10. I'm not even joking. I've had the most fun working here. I'm not joking.
This person says everyone hates their job.
I don't hate mine.
Okay.
I love my job. My job is cool.
Let's grab someone else. You want to grab Zion? I know you're in chat right now. So you know what's about to come. I see you. Get over here. Let's get a full review. Zion, are you okay being on camera? Huh? You're okay?
I want to be on camera.
Oh, you'll take the mic over here. Okay, so we're doing a poll. This guy on TikTok says everybody hates their job. I will only be upset if you lie. There's no consequences, whatever. We are doing a real poll. I want you to rate your enjoyment of your job 0 to 10. The only way you would get in trouble is if you lie. They will hold me accountable and they will cancel me if I punish you for this. So tell it.
No, that's easy. I've been here for about 6 months. I did this job remotely for 4 years. I hated the idea of coming into an office. This is the first time I actually thoroughly enjoy being in an office. I look forward to being at work pretty much every day. The crew here is awesome. They do a great job vetting people. I feel like I'm friends with everyone here. It's awesome working here, honestly.
What would you say, 0 to 10?
0 to 10? I mean, I feel like 10 sounds like I'm lying, but I really do feel like a 10. Okay. I think 9 is a very honest rating, so I'll give it a 9.
Okay, there's Zion here. Let's grab someone else. I saw Mika walk by. You want to grab Mika? Hey, Mika! We're doing a poll. This TikToker says that everyone hates their job. Everyone hates their job. So we're doing a poll. Mika, I won't even have to give the fucking speech to Mika because he'll give me the honest answer no matter what. So it doesn't matter. Rate your enjoyment of your job, 0 to 10, 0 being the absolute worst, 10 being the best.
On average, okay.
Yeah. Full honesty. It doesn't matter.
On average?
Average.
7.5.
That's pretty good. We enjoy that. Brandon! Well, he's going to say 10 because I already know it. Because he has a fun job. Okay, here, come on. No consequences. You would always be honest to me, right? You would never...
Yeah, you know I don't lie to you.
Yeah, okay. Rate you enjoying your job 0 to 10. 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. Don't you fucking lie. I'll kill you!
It's stressful because the standards are high.
Yeah.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
I absolutely love my job, but it is very high pressure and stressful. And
this TikToker says everyone hates their job.
9 out of 10, 10
This
out
guy.
of 10.
I think people need to find better jobs, man.
If you are not happy with your job, find a new job.
Work for Hammer Media. We're hiring.
Like, if you don't like your job, just find a new job. Like, there's a million jobs out there. You'll find one that you like. This is a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Every job I've had before this, 2 to 3.
What? Really?
I've never had a job that I've genuinely loved. I'm like one of the ones that will like, I hustle, but I'll find a reason to be like, I'm sick today. I have never once found a reason to not show up at work because this job is sick as fuck. W. Caleb Hammer.
Okay.
W. Caleb Hammer.
Okay, you want to grab someone else? Let's grab someone that... no, I don't want someone... Yeah, why don't you grab... Jeremy. Jeremy's in chat a lot. We like Jeremy. And then Robert. Grab Jeremy and Robert. All right, let's get 2 from the other side. So we did the content side. Telling poor people to get a better job. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you hate your job, try to find a job you'd like more. I'm trying to find. Okay, hold on. How do I get? Because we have job openings right now, guys. Because you remember when I said like go get a job you enjoy? We're literally hiring. Sorry, this isn't a fucking ad. But look, we got customer service, live stream editor, product manager, a full stack engineer, YouTube producer, director of curriculum and learning. So if you want to work at a cool place, feel free. Sorry, not an ad. Oh, Joe's okay. Joe, are you okay being on camera or do you want to be off? You're okay being on camera? Sure. You want to come around? Sure. All right, we're doing an honest poll. So this is the head of marketing. This guy says everyone hates their job. You would only get in trouble if you lie. So this needs to be candid and open and honest. No one, even if you said 0, it's totally fine. It's okay. And the chat will hold me accountable to it. They will cancel me if I punish someone for this. Rate your enjoyment of your job 0 to 10, 0 being the best, 10 being the worst.
10, easy.
Really?
I love what I do.
Why the fuck is everyone saying high numbers? I feel like everyone's sucking my dick.
No, not one bit. I love what I do. I like the people I work with. I love seeing results. I love what I do. Now, if I was the plumber or the janitor, it'd be a different story, but...
Yeah, well, that's true. Oh, okay, good question. Did you like your last job?
I owned my business as my last job, so I was my own boss. That was the hardest I ever did. I enjoyed it. Yeah, sure.
Okay. What would you rate that one, enjoyment?
6.
Okay. Well, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right, appreciate you.
Well, I don't know. So I kind of disagree with this guy. Everyone hates their job. No, I think most people chase the money more than they chase what they, are passionate about. Unfortunately, a lot of the times what people are passionate about doesn't make money. So it's a hard balancing act, right? Luckily, what he's passionate about, he actually is passionate, like crazy passionate about marketing. It's crazy. They have fucking calls at like 9 p.m. Not required, not even asked for, but they're just like obsessive. And they love it. It's crazy. Brandon loves making content and making sales for brand deals. Mika is a content creator. Well, on the back end, very on the back end. Tyler, the first guy that was in here, he's worked in content forever. He's made stuff. So you know, it's hard. It's hard to find what you like, what you're passionate about. It really is. And it's hard to mix those with high income earning or income to live the way you want to. But I disagree with this guy that everyone hates his job. I think a lot of people struggle to find that balancing act. And I extra think that in today's job market, people are afraid to take that risk. And they're valid to be afraid to take that risk. Analytics are against the workers right now. It's 100%. Chat poll for what? What's the question we want on the chat poll? Sorry. I was focusing on then coming in and out the room. If you guys hate your job or like your job? Okay, here, let's do a poll. YouTube and chat. YouTube and Twitch, sorry. Do you like or hate your job? All right, chat, we're working on it. Like, hate. Okay, Twitch pulls up. Oh, rate it 1 to 10. Gosh, I think that'd be hard. It only gives me like 4 options, so I don't think so. All right, YouTube pulls up. Oh my gosh, overwhelming towards like. See, this is what I like about this community, guys. I'm honestly so fucking. Can I just be just like a little soft for a second? Like, I'm just so blessed for this community. It's so fucking cool. Just like look at you guys with this. Like, look at this. There's so many negative places online. In fact, I mean, yesterday and stuff, I really got impacted by like the negative place of TikTok, you know, where they're like in a bubble and they're sad and they're always trying to tear other people down and they're always trying to harm people. And like, you know, it's really bad. And then I see this, the like actual community, the financial audit community. You guys are here. You're not sitting and bitching and moaning and whining. You like your jobs. You have passion in your life. You go out, you get shit done. You're here. We're not fucking performative virtue signalers. Like this is such a good community that we've curated. And I'm honestly really honored for it. I'm really honored for it. So thank you guys. Just seeing 77% on YouTube love it. 81 or like their job. 81% on Twitch like their job. This is crazy. This is amazing. I love selling for my company. Sales is awesome. Yeah, sales is great because you can just chase that number, right? You guys are fucking awesome. Yeah, the Goon community, the Hammer Hotties. Lindsay named you guys the Hammer Hotties. So I don't know. I'm glad to see you guys are not like this guy. And you know, I'm not surprised because this guy's uploading on TikTok and everyone on TikTok is like sad. You know, they're like legitimately like they're sad in their lives and they have nothing going for them. Like it just feels like half the people I come across on there. It's just like, it's desperately sad. Not everyone, of course. There's some good people, 100%. It's some of them I assume that's a bad impression. We're not going to do that. But like, it just shows the difference of like real humans and then a place that's not representative of reality. Yeah, I like seeing that. It's really cool. Wow, very cool. Hey, Caleb Hammer stream fans, make sure you get your financial score for free. Take the assessment at calebhammer.com or dollarwise.com. It's free. See where you stand in the world of finances.